Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to another AJS TV video. I've already noticed I need to change this because the game actually hasn't even started yet. But welcome to the stream. It is England versus Andorra World Cup 2022 qualifiers in Group I. England, as you would imagine, are sailing right now. No complaints from me at all. I'm just turning on my my TV right now. But I hope you are all doing well. It's a completely changed England side. I think we all expected this to happen. How you doing, Chris? What is up? The last live stream I did on the channel, very similar. I expected a win then and a quite heavy one. And I gotta say, it's kind of the same here. I'd like to see England actually put a few goals past Andorra today. I know it's a changed outfit, but I would imagine that we would hit them for a few goals. Just give me a second while I get it up on my screen. It's kind of running a little bit late, just about made it on time, but I am here, I am live. And yeah, we could pull real clear at top of Group I today with a good result. Lingard to score a hat-trick, change my mind. Well, this is his time now. This is certainly his time to prove Manchester United why he should play. And time to prove why he deserves a place in the national team. Everyone was thinking about having him for the Euros. He never got a spot, and he's kind of forgotten about since he's gone back from West Ham United. But now, if he plays well today, you know, people will start talking about Jesse Lingard again. It's kind of weird. Everyone talked about Lingard, and then Lingard, he played well, but he didn't get his move to West Ham, so if you don't play, you're not going to be talked about. Like, that is unfortunately the fact of the matter. Like, Tyrone Mings played really well in his first two games for the Euros for England, but as soon as he was replaced by Maguire, no one talked about him. Maybe the Villa fans did. Like, I remember how well he played, but after that, no one really talked about him. So that is unfortunately the case. England today, like I said, it is a changed outfit. So we are going to go through the lineups of both sides today. Starting with England, Sam Johnson in goal. Former Aston Villa keeper as well, West Brom. He's a quite competent keeper. He's a bit unfortunate that Pickford does so well. He will never really get a full-on start for England, but he's never really let... I've never seen him let Villa down. I never saw him let West Brom down. Always competent. And he probably is our second or third best keeper now in the national team. Personally, I would have you would have moved to West Ham for I was Lingard. I mean, I think he wanted to go, but he never quite got his move. I'm just going to promote the stream in my Discord as well, because that's something I did forget to do. But we are not long away from being underway between England versus Andorra. I couldn't quite work out what colours they were. If you look at their national flag, it is all even, and their kits do vary. Like, some years they'll be more red than yellow, other years they'll be more yellow than red. Live on YouTube. So yeah, I'm expecting quite a heavy 5 or 6-0 today, even with a changed team. Jordan Henderson back as well as the captain in the middle of the park. Johnson, James, Mings, Cody, and Trippier as the back four. Mings and Cody, I mean, doesn't give a lot of confidence if you're against an Italy, but I think those two are fairly decent defenders. I think Tyrone Mings is the better one. Trent's haircut looks like mashed potatoes. Trent needs a trim. I prefer Trent when his hair was short. Patrick Bamford leading the line. That's something I needed to cover, actually. Bellingham, Henderson, and Trent Alexander-Arnold in midfield. Not in a Trent, by the way, not in a front three or in a back five or a back four. In midfield. That is such an interesting decision by Southgate, but one I think he's got spot on. I've always thought Trent was never a defender, and I think we get to see how good he could possibly be in a midfield three. Jesse Lingard, Bamford, and Bukayo Saka as the front three for England. Saka, first game since he missed that penalty that we all remember very, very well. The one that upset the whole nation. I do feel for Saka, but yeah, it's coming right there. It is. It's already been, Roman. Who cares? We're on about World Cup now as the big competition. Euros, realistically, is just BTEC World Cup. Like, if you win the Euros, people will care, but World Cup is the pivotal. You know, that is the competition that you want to win. You know, like, I'm sure if you ask Spain, they won the Euros in 2012 and 2008, and I can guarantee if you ask them, both of those meant less than the World Cup. The World Cup is the main competition, and if we could win the World Cup in a year's time, that will make all the difference. I've just realised I don't need these because the chat is right here, but I may just move this over here actually for you guys to see. How about that? See, I bring my own initiative. Look at that. So we get to see the subs as well. Kyle Walker, Nick Pope, Luke Shaw, John Stones, Harry Maguire, Declan Rice, Calvin Phillips, Mason Mount, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, Pickford, and Jack Grealish. So pretty much the whole team that played only a couple of days ago is playing today. Oh, on the bench even. And the ones who are on the bench on that day are playing in the first team now. Southgate is trying to find a way to play a team full of right backs. He loves playing a team full of right backs. He absolutely adores it. He's got something wrong with him. He also hates Villa players. Jack Grealish, something I needed to talk about as well. Grealish couldn't play for England when he was in one of these kits, right? Weren't good enough. As soon as he goes to Manchester City, straight in the lineup. I can't agree with that. Calvin Phillips plays for Leeds. Bellingham, you know, he played for Blues. I think he was put into like at least the academy level for England, and he plays for Dortmund now, which are a big club. But like he was at least thought about. You've got Declan Rice plays for West Ham. They didn't have to play for top 6 teams, but Jack Grealish needed to play for Manchester City in order to actually get a start. Which I don't agree with at all. I do not agree. Just because he puts a different colour shirt on doesn't make him a better player. I haven't even been overly impressed with Jack Grealish since he's been at Man City. He did score, but it ricocheted off his knee. He has signs of quality. I know he got an assist against Arsenal, which was all right. But he's not really shone in any of the games he's played. He's just done his usual. But you can't really turn around and say to me that now he plays for City, he's now, you know, he's fully fit to play for England and he's perfect. And football doesn't work that way. You can be a good player just because you play for a team like Reading. Doesn't mean to say that you're not a good player. I just hate it. We will never win anything as a national team with this mentality. It's that easy. It's not that easy. It's that simple. It's that easy to get players in. Southgate was the Don that punched Grealish 3 years ago. Yeah, Paul Mitchell, yeah. Paul Mitchell's secret name is Gareth Southgate. Southgate. I want to back Southgate because, you know, he's got to a final and he's the only manager to do that since the 60s. So it's very difficult not to back that. And then he got to the semis, the competition before. But I question decision making. All right, this is nice also to see. England fans have got a banner of Jadon Sancho, Bukayo Saka, Marcus Rashford, all the players who missed the penalty at Wembley just a couple of months ago. Now, I'm not going to grill them for missing them because it is a penalty at the end of the day and someone has to miss. But it does hurt. It does hurt thinking back because what could have been? We were one kick away from winning that tournament. 3 words to say. What are those words? Oh. It's funny seeing Grealish play for England though, knowing that it's hard for me to support Grealish when he backstabbed my club. It's weird. It's weird. But he represents England, and if I support England, I'm from England. You know, he's still an England player. It's difficult. It's kind of like, I imagine, what Tottenham fans went through with Sol Campbell all those years ago when he left Tottenham to go to Arsenal. Like, he's still an England player. So you got to back the England players, but it must be hard. We are literally about to be underway. It is England versus Andorra. We're about to kick off. They're doing the kneel for racism right now. And I'm just getting up the lineup of Andorra because some of their players I don't know too well. Safe to say. Wembley doesn't look too full. I didn't think it would be today. You know, it's not exactly a big name, is it? We are underway. Andorra playing a back five as well, which is going to be very difficult potentially to break through. We all know they're probably going to be here and only stay here for a draw. Trent is given the number 4 today to kind of indicate he's playing more of a defensive minded midfielders. You know, like traditionally number 9 is a striker, 11 is like a winger, then you got a 4 which is a midfielder in the midfield 3, usually a pivot alongside the playmaker. But England already have the ball off Andorra. I can see them really trying to sit deep today. I'm trying to think if they are going to score. They do have 2 strikers, so they're not playing a full-on, really defensive 5-4-1 type deal. So hopefully we will see at least them try and have a go. I'd like to see, you know, different countries actually be a bit confident and have a go and just not sit and defend. England just passing it around the back here. Connor Cody. Interesting because Cody playing for England is an interesting one. Because Cody, he isn't even that well rated by the Wolves fans, so it is quite funny to see him play. Not a Ben Godfrey, not a Konza from Villa, but it's neither here or there. I suppose Gareth Southgate sees something in Cody that maybe we don't see, but I've always found it weird. Football ain't coming home. England haven't even scored yet. To be fair, I think they had the ball for a total of 4 seconds before giving it away. And here's Bukayo Saka for England. Jesse Lingard, Bellingham out wide towards the right-hand side now. Connor Cody. Can England develop their first proper attack here? Jude Bellingham is so young. Players like Bellingham make me feel old. I'm older than Bellingham. In fact, I'm older than... Bellingham and Saka are the only 2 in the England side I am older than. Everyone else is older than me, but still, it makes me feel old. I think Reece James is a year older than me. Tyrone Mings a couple years older. Bamford couple years older. Lingard couple years older. Well, more than a couple. I think Lingard's like 26 now. But yeah, I'm kind of happy to see Lingard actually playing well. He did become a meme. Let's be real. At United, before he went to West Ham, he was memed. Like, people used to say, oh yeah, Lingard's a young prospect. Meanwhile, he's like 25, 26. Here is Jesse Lingard for England. And that's a clipboard towards Trent Alexander-Arnold. Tries to lay it off to Bamford. And Bamford has conceded a free kick trying to wrestle with a defender. Didn't really see much in that. Referees, man, you got to tussle with the ball. Like, he does win it. And I think he wins it cleanly. So I don't quite understand. What do you think the score will be today? I don't want to be big-headed, but it is Andorra. We are at home, so I do expect quite a big-ish result today. It is our second team, but I'm still saying I think it should be about 5-0. Like, without trying to be big-headed, we do have the players to do that type of damage. Even Villa against Barrow, my last live stream on the channel, which you can still see as well. I managed to predict fairly high, and I still got outbeat by the score. I think I said 4-0, and it was like a 6-0 game. And that was a changed Villa side. I think it'll be very similar today. Even though we got players like Bamford, Cody, Mings, Jude Bellingham, Lingard, we should still put these to the sword, man. I think we're going to beat Chelsea. That is a big statement. Do you mean in the cup or the league? Because I can see us losing both. Long ball played down the channel. Bukayo Saka on the corner flag here. Oh, that's a foul, surely. It is a free kick. He's given the number 18 for Andorra, Rubio, with the foul there, the right wing back. God's sake, Bamford, Southgate, get him. Bamford should have gone to Euros. That's me being honest. Bamford or Watkins, we needed someone, and you could see that in the final where Kane wasn't playing well, but we needed a striker to come on, and he didn't even want to use Calvert-Lewin. Like, again, a lot of things just go down to Southgate, in my opinion. I want us to, in terms of Villa, I want us to do well against Chelsea. I want a cup run, but I need to be realistic. I think we could beat them in the cup because they'll play a second side. But the league, I think with I think Chelsea win the league, and Lukaku gives us problems. Free kick by Trippier towards a far post, well over hit towards Bamford, and that'll be a goal kick to Andorra. Terrible free kick from Trippier. Trying to find Bamford sneaking in, and he's far too over hit. Bamford couldn't do anything. Not the best of set pieces for England so far. 5 gone, still goalless between us and Andorra. No goals in either of the other. Well, I need to double check. They are playing today, right? San Marino and Poland. I'm just gonna. I put the teams up on my overlay, thinking, oh, they'll play today. The only one I see that has a timer right now is Albania versus Hungary. So I am gonna double check. I may have made a mistake here. Oh, they kick off at 7:45. So I may leave both of them on for now on the screen, but they will eventually kick off. The other ones are Bulgaria, Lithuania, and Iceland versus North Macedonia, which I don't overly care about. So I'm just going to leave the overlay on for you guys. They will eventually kick off. It's just not quite yet. The other games around our time are terrible. I mean, arguably, if you're not an England fan, you'd probably say this is also terrible too. A win today, though, would do absolute bits for England. It would push us so far clear. Like, you could almost say we're already qualified for the World Cup. It would be... I mean, I could sound like a clown if we bottled it, but if we won today, and say Hungary lost and we won today, right? We'd be on 15 and they'd be on 7, and they're second. Like, we would be so far clear. I know we've got quite a few games left, but come on. Like, it's a joke. We have won all our games, and we've got a free kick surely in the same position. Bellingham actually stays on his feet. We've got Saka and Trippier with him. He doesn't use either of them. Instead goes to Henderson. Good ball, nearly. Good ball forward from Jordan Henderson. Really well cut out, actually. That would have been an absolutely beautiful ball towards Patrick Bamford. Just cutting in on the left side of the 6-yard box. Really good defending there. That was nice play. And you know what? Bellingham beating 4 Andorra players there in the corner flag. Didn't want to use Trippier as an easy option. Tried to go alone. And did quite well. Fun facts about Monster Energy. They partner. I know they did. It's quite funny. I don't really know what they bring to the table or we bring to their table, but it's interesting. Maybe we'll see Monster Energy with a Villa badge or something like that in the club shop. But I'm just seeing this again. Bellingham, oh, that's good feet, that is. Nice little drag back. Does he put the ball through? Oh, he actually nutmegs the number 10 for Andorra, Clemente. That was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You think we'll win 3-1? To say these will score, I think is poor. A lot. These just they don't impress me at all, Andorra. They are currently second bottom in our group, and their only win came against San Marino. So... For them to score, I think would be a disappointment. They did lose 4-1 to Hungary, which we put to the sword. They lost 3-0 to Poland, and they only lost 1-0 to Albania. But I don't even rate Albania, so I'd like to see us absolutely slaughter these. Claret and blue drink. Hungary versus Albania is interesting. Who do you guys think will actually get second in our group? Because the obvious one to me is Poland. But Poland haven't even started that well in our group. They were the team that I wondered about the most that could cause us problems. You know, like Lewandowski did well. Like, I think maybe, you know, Southgate bottles a couple of games here and there. It might go down to the wire, but they've just not turned up in a lot of their games. I just find it really odd. If I can get the group up for everyone. Alright, Europe. There we go. So yeah, we are obviously currently top and well clear. Poland have only won 2 of their 4 games. They beat Albania and they beat Andorra, but they lost to us and they couldn't beat Hungary. Now it's not a bad start, but if they lose to Hungary, like Hungary is their competition, right? They've drawn with them once. If they lose to them in their second game, that could be difficult for Poland. But I think we are pretty much through, in my opinion. Wait, no, I read that before. Yo, on Sky, what's the channel for football? To watch this game, by the way, it is on ITV if you are based in the UK, so it is a free game to watch. All England games are. But in terms of like Premier League and stuff like that, Sky and BT will have you covered for most games, except for 3 p.m. kickoffs on a Saturday. But that rule needs to change, 100%. Ball through to Lingard, very good goalkeeping, just to stop him from going through. A nice through ball this time down the right hand side for England. Good interplay actually. Patrick Bamford just waiting and waiting, and the pass was okay. I just think it had a little bit too much venom on the ball for Lingard to properly get there, in my opinion. Lingard he doesn't have the pace of like a Daniel James, and Bamford needs to know that. Good goalkeeping though from Gomez for Andorra. But yeah, not a bad start for England, but I'd like to see us actually do a little bit more. The passing in the final third isn't the best, but the way we've taken the ball from defence into attack has been really good, and we stretched this back five for Andorra. Another ball from Trippier, again going forward, hacked away by Andorra, just inside their own box. Trent Alexander-Arnold heads it across to Lingard, and the ball is played back to Connor Cody for England. We've got pretty much our whole team forward. This is the positives about playing a weaker side. We can get players forward. Like, we are not scared to bomb like Cody or Tyrone Mings on the attack. We give players more freedom against worse sides. You couldn't really do this against an Argentina, or in terms of a big European side. You wouldn't play like this against a Germany. Trent not fouled according to the referee. Henderson looks to win the ball back for England. He does actually really well. Beats 2 Andorra players and lays it off to Tyrone Mings. Really good recovery from England. I thought Trent was fouled though. Referee didn't think so. And now Bukayo Saka for England. Fakes one way, goes the other. Really good from Saka. Saka to Bellingham. Bellingham. Oh, lovely clip across to Reece James here. Can he get across in on the right? Instead plays it to Lingard. But again, I think Lingard not being sharp. I criticised Bamford for the pass to Lingard earlier, but maybe it's because Lingard doesn't look that sharp. Because then he just turned really slowly. And that's what broke down the attack for England. But this just feels inevitable that we will score, because every time Andorra get the ball off us, they clear it to the halfway line, and that's where Tyrone Mings and Cody get the ball every time. I haven't even seen Andorra enter our half yet, and we've played 12 minutes. Here's Trippier for England. Lingard, that's a foul, and it's a free kick to England. That's really good. That's pretty good from Lingard. Does well. It draws the foul out there, gets his ankle taken out, and we get a... Is this a shooting position? Maybe a bit far out to have a go, but you can at least get across in maybe a Trippier. I'm glad they are starting Saka, giving him a chance. Yeah, me too. I think Saka needs to play more. Obviously, his confidence will be on the floor in an England shirt, so he needs games like this to get that confidence back. And yeah, just getting prepared for the World Cup next year, which is crazy, thinking the World Cup is already going to be here within a year's time. It's bonkers, man. I only just got over the heartache of the Euros, and then I could go all over again next year with the World Cup. Free kick's taken fairly short. Chance for Saka. Can England get the shot away? Oh, we messed it up, and we've got an offside as well. Saka and Lingard, just one of them pulled the trigger. Free kick was taken really quickly, and it caught not only Andorra's defence out, but also England's attack. What is Saka doing? Lingard actually chests it down for Saka really well. And then Saka... Is he trying to shoot there, or is that a terrible pass? Like, either way, the option is bad. The shot, if that's a shot, it's really weak. And if that's a pass, it's terrible. Because why on earth should you pass to a man who's just laid the ball off to you? Lingard is not in a position to receive the ball back. I just don't really know what I've seen there. But the free kick from Trippier was good, though. He can do a set piece pretty well here and there. Obviously, the Russia World Cup put one in the top corner. And to be fair, his passing is good. He's a right wing back, or a left wing back as he's been playing right now. So his crossing will be pretty decent. But yeah, 14 minutes gone, and it's still... I'd say England have had, what, 80% of the ball so far? Andorra have done very little. All they've done is win the ball back here and there, and then just give it straight back to us. Where's Slabhead? All the players who played against Hungary are all on the bench today. Trying to think of a exception, but I really can't. I think the whole team. I literally think the whole 11 is on the bench. I just think that Gareth Southgate wanted to play every player that he brought up, even Sam Johnson, which is a surprise. That's a slightly overhit pass from Tyrone Mings, but it finds Reece James on the right hand side. Henderson, and that's a good ball from Henderson, but a good header away. We don't win the second ball, and Trent has fouled his man. It's a bit late from Trent. It's not a great tackle at all. He's caught Vieira. And that'll be a free kick to Andorra. Again, all that Andorra seems to do is just win free kicks. And that's it. And they give it straight back to us anyway. So, I don't really know what the game plan is for Andorra. I just say, is it just to survive? Is it just to get a goalless draw? Because they've not attacked us at all. Like, the modern day 5-back is to play wing-backs that will push up and attack. But what Andorra have been doing is playing 5 defenders and having them just defend. They look scared. They do have a chance to attack though now. That's quite sloppy that. It was Sanchez, the number 9, giving the ball away. Just when you thought maybe Andorra could have a chance. It was a very, very poor pass. They look lost every time they come into our final third. They've barely done it. And when they do get there, they look really lost. England look really comfortable. Henderson, good ball out wide to Reece James. Chance for a cross on the right. Instead, he finds Bellingham in the box. Bellingham, Saka! Oh, he should have scored. Bukayo Saka has missed from about 4 yards out. Wow. Well. That really should be 1-0. Oh, it took it. Well, saying that, it got deflected. It was actually cleared off the line. And the referee hasn't spotted it. Well, Saka was screaming at the referee because a corner wasn't given. And I think I know why now. Because it just clearly hits a man on the line. I thought Saka put it well wide. And it does actually hit someone's calf on the way out. I think it may have been creeping in. Which was why I think Saka was so adamant. And he complained to the referee. I didn't see it at first. I just thought he put it wide. Because the deflection is quite discreet. But I think it might have been creeping in. It will go down as a shot off target though for England. Because the corner wasn't given. But that is very close to being England 1, Andorra 0. Ooh, bit of a sloppy pass from Henderson. Very good from Connor Cody. Just to keep the ball in England's possession. Recycled it well to Tyrone Mings. See, we can make mistakes. But the England players bail each other out. So if a pass is quite sloppy here and there, they're pretty good at keeping the ball and just making the easy pass just to keep the ball for England. Lingard, he's lost it here, but again, that's a good press on Tyrone Mings to get it back for England. Exactly what I'm talking about. Bukayo Saka, he's in the box here for England. Saka crossing, chance for England. 1-0. It's Jesse Lingard to put it into the back of the net. Lovely ball in from Bukayo Saka. And Jesse Lingard has scored. It's a really good celebration as well. I feel like it's 2016, 2017 again with his good old celebrations. How you doing, Kieran Rants? What's up, man? It is England 1, Andorra 0. Really good finish from Lingard into bottom right-hand corner. Well, I say really good. It wasn't the most clean of finishes for Jesse Lingard, but good build-up play for England. Really well won back by Tyrone Mings. Good pressure in midfield. And Saka, he's cross-headed away, and Lingard, left-footed with his laces, places it bottom right-hand corner. And it is deserved. We've been all over him. I'd like to have said we would have scored earlier. I think we should have scored earlier. Saka, I think he'll be thinking about the chance he could have got another goal for England. Hasn't got many in an England shirt, but Lingard does score instead. And, well, it's like an avalanche, really. I imagine that we should create more chances now. And Andorra, all they've been doing to try and stopping them from scoring is just little fouls here and there. They win the ball quite near their goal. They have quite a low line towards their own box. They win it back, but as soon as they get the ball, they don't really know what to do with it. So they just give it straight back to us. They hoof it to the halfway line, maybe looking for Sanchez, their number 9. But it never gets to them. It's easy for Mings and it's easy for Cody, and that's why we've scored. Good lad, easy win for England today. Well, I imagine so. We've been all over them. It has taken us a while to score. I think because of how defensively Andorra have played. Their 5-back It's like a FIFA game. They've got 5 defenders and they're pretty much sat in front of their own goal every time England come forward. They don't press much. They just keep their shape and try and stop the little passes coming through. And they'll do little fouls here and there on Trent. They've done some on Bellingham and Lingard, but they haven't really stopped us well. And I'm going to say there's a good chance for England again. Trent nearly found on his right hand side. I can't really work out where Trent is playing. He's apparently in a midfield 3, but then he'll drift really far out to the right hand side like he would for Liverpool, but then he'd be really central in the middle. So I just think he's been allowed to free roam just a little bit in that midfield 3. No big screen. Well, it is Andorra, so like I love football. Bamford plays it through. Lingard chips the keeper. He might be offside though. Is it 2-0 or is the flag gone up? Ah, the flag, yeah. I was gonna say it did look offside to me. I wasn't gonna gas it. Lingard really good control finish as well. He chips the keeper 1-on-1, but he did look offside to me. I was gonna question the linesman there. He's well offside, and I could call that here. I didn't even get a the view I get from the broadcast. I don't even get like a straight line. I could tell it's offside straight away. But Jesse Lingard very very nearly made it 2-0, and he looked confident. I will say, for someone he's barely played for England over the last couple of years, barely played for United. Did well for West Ham obviously because he played week in week out, but he's always confident. I'll give him that. I will 100% give him that. Bamford for England doesn't win his header, but we do win the second ball. Bellingham, it's a very strong tackle. Wins it cleanly according to the referee, Reece James. Henderson. It is still England 1, Andorra 0, 21 minutes gone. And it is also goalless between Albania and Hungary. Eventually an overhit pass towards Lingard will mean a goal kick to Andorra. But we've not started too bad. And like I said, we win today. Results go our way later with Hungary and Albania. We've pretty much qualified. We're halfway through. Today is the halfway point between, up the group finishing, and this would have been 5 out of 5 wins. A pretty much guaranteed qualification. Like, we'd have to really throw it now. And even if we lost our next 5 games, we've still got a lot of points. Like, if people haven't realised how well we've done so far, this would have mean we have beaten all 5 teams in our group at least once. Free kick Andorra, and that is a shot on goal from the halfway line. I kid you not. They've had a free kick, and it's an absolute hoof shot from the halfway line. And it's a simple catch for Jordan Pickford. I think that was just for the stats, really, because Andorra have created absolutely nothing. How's your fantasy league going? Little bit mudded, I will say. You know what? I can talk about that. I can do a little segue. I do have a league as well, if people want to join it, but it's not going great for me. Son has done quite well. Fernandez gets me a few points, but in terms of game week 3, it wasn't the best. Luke Shaw did quite well. Son, Calvert-Lewin. But yeah, it wasn't great for me. Long shot from Henderson has been put over. I'm going to look at my league status, actually. I do have a fairly small league. I think I got like maybe 10 players in it. So I'll just have a quick look at that. I don't want to know actually how low down I am. Sometimes I do forget, after, it's been a few months. I put less and less time into it. But some people really sweat it out. You're already in it, my guy. Hang on, where the hell do I find it? Points. I forgot how to find my league, It's how little I go on it. Wait. Tables. That's a Premier League. I'm on about something else. You got like join leagues, but then right underneath it should show mine. Oh, there we go. I'm 5th in a league of 13. So you can decide up to yourselves if that's all right. 5th is, I don't think it's too bad. I'm on 155, and top of the league is on 206. So that's not great, but I'll take it. I'll take it. The lowest is on 124, so I'm a little bit over that at least. But yeah, in terms of game week 3 though, I did pretty poorly. Most people got about 60. I got 48. Some people got 74. Bloody hell. But yeah, look, I'll be positive. 5th is alright. I'll take a 5th. But guys, if you do want to join it, I believe it is currently in the description, or it should be anyway. If not, I will make it in the description. But yeah, we've got a fair few members. And England, I think the whole time I've been talking about the fantasy, I don't think Andorra have touched the ball. Just to describe how this game is going for England. I'll get up the video. Just give me a sec. I didn't put it in the description. I will do. I'll do it at some point. I need to make it like a default. Just so people can join it. An offside has been given against Lingard once again. Nothing new there. I think the last time I talked about this game, just a couple of minutes ago, Jesse Lingard got an offside. So literally nothing has changed. Another long ball forward from midfield. Jordan Henderson trying to find Lingard. And it will be a goal kick to Andorra. I'll be happy if you finish higher than Jamie. Oh, by the way, I did make accidentally a head-to-head league, as some of you know. I contacted the fantasy, whatever you want to call it, Fantasy Premier League. I think it's the official name. I contacted them, and they said you can't delete a head-to-head. You can delete any of the other leagues, but head-to-head league you can only get one, and you can't delete it. So I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna monitor it at all, and I may change the name to like don't care or not available league or whatever, but I can't delete it. I'm not doing too bad. John, you're third bottom. I mean, you did better than me in the last game week, but you're third bottom. What's going on? It was a good start at 68 points last week. Wow. Yeah, I didn't do too great. Long ball played towards Bamford, flick header on, and straight into hands of the keeper. Very easy for him. I started this very well because I had Fernandez and he did really well in game week 1, but it's kind of gone downhill since then. Fernandez and Son got me loads of points, and then game week 2, what has been my best week? I'm now interested. Game week 1, 52. Game week 2, I got 59. So actually last week I did really, really well because I had Reece James. That was it. James got me loads of points. Don't you remember the stupid... Oh, yeah, that was dumb. That was dumb. You'll catch up. I don't know why it asked you. Because like, everyone else was fine, except for you. But considering you've only had 2 weeks, you're still quite well, actually. Is Saka for England? Oh, that's a foul, surely. It is. It is free kick to England. I love how players protest as well. Like, you can see quite clearly they've just kicked... someone who's shorter than them, he's better than them at football. They've just kicked them in the ankles in front of the ref, and they're like, "What do I do? What do I do? I didn't do anything." I love footballers. I enter your league a little late. Yeah, to be fair, I think no matter what time or when you enter the league, as long as you've had from game week 1, that's how I've set it. So you should be able to still have the points in my league, but. I mean, it doesn't matter. Someone called Money Mace is hammering it, and they will win it because they are a sweat. What? I don't understand. He's got Salah and Fernandez and Antonio. Oh, dear. That is why he's doing well. Trippier for England on this left-hand side. Henderson. Again, trying to find, I think, Saka on the left. Slightly overhit. A lot of these passes are overhit from Henderson, but at least he's having a go. I'd rather a player do this type of thing than just do side-to-side, you know, crab-type passes. Because at least it has intent behind it. If I just log in online, I should be able to get the code and I'll post it in my chat for you guys. If anyone here wants to join it. Hang on. Copy. Can I paste it? I should be able to paste it in the chat. Just for you guys. There we go, look at that. Hell yeah. Guys, if you want to join it, feel free, click the link. Saka playing decent. He's playing all right, to be fair. And here is Saka. Bamford sliding in. Just too overhit for Patrick Bamford on the slide. Very nearly a second goal for England. Really good crossing, actually. As soon as you said Bamford playing decent. Oh, Bamford. Sorry, Saka playing decent. He plays a good ball towards Bamford. And it is, what, about an inch or two away from Bamford's foot? Oh, so close. Put De Gea as a keeper. I don't even want to touch United keepers because I am not comfortable enough to think that they're going to play every game. I can genuinely see Ollie like dropping De Gea or Henderson. Neither will play like the majority of the games, I don't think. One of them will play, I think, at least like 8 to 10 league games. And when you want a keeper to play every week for your fantasy team, get Martinez or get like an Edison, or like get a keeper that you know is going to get points and will play every week. I think that's what you should do. Or Sanchez for Brighton is a really good shout because they get a lot of clean sheets. Or they did last year anyway. Here's Jordan Henderson for England. That's a good ball out wide to left hand side. Trippier. That's poor. Trippier looking for Saka. Oh, he's won it back though, Trips, to be fair. And Henderson flicks it towards Tyrone Mings. See, we make mistakes. We get away with it every time. We somehow seem to do it, and I don't really know how. Maybe it's just intent or desire to always keep the ball, always win it back. But whenever we lose it, we do seem to get it back within seconds. See, exactly, just like there. Trippier gave it. Wow, that's cool. That's nice. And Tyrone Mings fake one way, then flicked it with his heel the other to beat the striker Sanchez for Andorra. Here's Saka on his left, lays it off to Bellingham. Bellingham, edge of the box. Might go for goal here. Instead, shifts it to left-hand side. Here's Lingard. He's got Trippier with him. Andorra, so defensive. Good ball to Bamford. Bamford. Got muddled with his feet. And that'll be a goal kick. Andorra, so defensive. It is quite difficult for England to create opportunities. A really good pick up there from... oh, dear. Trent, what are you doing? Oh dear. See, this is why you play it right back most weeks, mate. Goal kick, Andorra. 32 minutes gone. Still only 1-0. Doesn't sound too great, to be fair. If people do join the league, though, I'll probably be forced a bit lower. I don't think I'll be 5th anytime soon. Because all the people who will want to join are going to be higher than me. I pretty much guarantee it. I hope Jurgen Klopp is watching anyway, because he loves playing Trent at right back. I think he needs to realise. You got Shimicast, you got Robertson, who are defenders, but Lingard, that was sauce. Lingard saucing. That's another nutmeg to the nutmeg. The nutmeg compilation that Andorra are creating right now. Jesse Lingard putting the ball through the legs. Oof. He got fouled. He got hurt a little bit after it, to be fair. So he's probably not going to be too gassed himself. But again, that was saucy. That was absolutely saucy. He wins a free kick for his trouble. But there was a nutmeg for Bellingham earlier, and now just one. And it was against Vieira. And I think Vieira might have been the one who was nutmegged earlier as well. And Vieira's holding his knee. I think both had a little bit of a knee collision. Bro, this Vieira kid has just been retired. Like, you get nutmegged and you get hurt because of it. Like, I don't want to laugh, but it's kind of funny. Like, you missed the tackle because the ball's gone through your legs and then your knees have collided with him. Like, you've hurt yourself because you've been nutmegged. Like, it's a bit funny. It is a bit funny. England do get a free kick, though. Oh, they're showing it again. This is violation. Oh, yeah, it is a painful one. I'm surprised Lingard isn't more hurt because it's Lingard's knee that gets attacked. The collision is because of the of Vieira, the Andorra player. So I just find it funny. 35-ish yards out from goal. Again, a little bit far to shoot for Trippier, but we've had good crosses in so far. And a second goal, maybe a Tyrone Mings header. Maybe Connor Cody. Maybe even a Bamford. But it's a good chance for a free kick. Contributes to a good ball there. Here he goes. Oh, did a stutter then. He's going to take it this time. Right-footed towards the far post. Bamford's header into the middle. Oh, Connor Cody with an overhead kick. Oh, they're taking the mick. Honestly, England are taking the mick. You've got Lingard with a nutmeg to win a foul. And centre-back Connor Cody has done an overhead kick in front of goal. They're murking. Like, oh, it's come off his shin. It's really untidy from Connor Cody. I rate the effort, but they're taking the mick, John. They're absolutely taking the mick. Nutmegs galore and overhead centre backs from Wolves are doing overhead kicks. Like, if we're playing the Netherlands, wouldn't we be doing this? Because it's Andorra. You've got Connor Cody thinking he's Wayne Rooney against Man City. Is Bukayo Saka. I'm just waiting for a penalty now, and there'll be a Panenka. Henderson looking for Bamford. He might get there, Bamford. Oh, Bamford's touch is really terrible, man. Like, yeah, he's a goal scorer, but man, he's got the touch of Lukaku like 2 years ago. You don't. yeah, spot on. Connor Cody for England. Tyrone Mings. I need to look at the stats for this game because it has been 79%. I was gonna say, and I think I mentioned it earlier. England have had a good 80% of the ball, and it is you can tell. How you doing, Ninja Curdy? What's up, mate? Welcome to live stream. It has been very even though it's 1-0, and people may look at this as like a close game, but it has been one wave traffic the whole game. Andorra are literally just parking the bus. Trent, oh, what a ball that is. Bellingham on the byline for England. Oh dear, the finishing. Jude Bellingham. Again, they do the hard part. The passing is difficult there. It's a very stereotypical Trent diagonal long ball from his typical right back position to Bellingham. And Bellingham stops the ball, goes on his right foot, his strong right foot, goes towards the near post and drags it wide. Like, he's about 6 yards out. Like, the finishing... It's not brilliant, I will say. I mean, he's not like a known goal scorer, but just put it on target. Man, make him make a save, because like the only shot on target we've had has gone in. So give the keeper something to do, man. We've had 9 free kicks as well, just to say how many times they've fouled us. Jesse Lingard has a chance again, and that's another foul. That is foul number 10, surely, and it will be a yellow card as well. Again, everything I've mentioned, they've proved my point over and over. Vales with the foul. Dyed blonde hair. Clattering into Jesse Lingard. No intent for the ball. And it will be another chance for Trippier to put crosses into the middle. First yellow card. Oh, that's a nasty one. That is a nasty one. Mark Vales. And it will be a free kick to England. To be fair, Trippier, I think his set pieces have been all right. We have caused problems. It's just Connor Cody trying to overhead kick them. That's the issue we've got. But they keep trying to play it to Bamford at the far post. That's worked a little bit. He's quite tall, Bamford, and they're trying to use him as a target man. But I don't think he has the stature for it, personally. Trippier's taken an awful long time taking this. He did this slightly earlier as well. But it will be Trippier, right-footed again towards that far post, punched away by the goalkeeper. And Reece James gets it back for England. Oh, he's lost it. Has he pulled over his man? Oh, no, free kick has been given the other way. Reece James, just for a second there, let the ball slip, but he managed to tug the ball and wrestle alongside Sanchez to win it back for England. I thought he was going to have to give a foul there, Reece James. I don't know if he didn't get a shout behind him or just the ball squirmed away from his foot a little bit, but that can happen on the break. Here's Trippier for England. Back to Jude Bellingham. Oh, lovely feet from Bellingham. Bellingham out wide to Trippier. Trippier Back to Lingard. Lingard crossing towards Bukayo Saka. He's got the header in. Bamford. Bellingham takes over. Reece James fires well over the bar. And that'll be a goal kick. Again, the finishing is absolutely terrible by England. But Saka, I was not expecting him to win the ball. Bamford looks very championship. If you're watching the game, I think you'll understand what I mean by that. It just looks a bit leggy, man. Like, his touch is awful. Can't get the ball down. Maybe it's a bit of nerve, or it might be his actual first start for England. But he just looks a bit... Doesn't look like a Harry Kane, I'll put it that way. He's a good footballer and he's a good goal scorer for Leeds, but he's not playing well for England right now. I'll look at SofaScore at half-time just to see what the experts are saying. Another free kick for England. Lingard foul, turning into like a prime Jack Grealish with all the free kicks he's winning. This time... I say this time, it always seems to be Vieira to make the fouls. We are playing all our worst play. I know. But Bamford is just... I don't rate what Bamford has done so far. Not really provided much of a threat. Wins a couple headers here and there, but his touch is terrible. You got Bukayo Saka playing well, Lingard playing well alongside him, but then Bamford himself has just been really poor. Is Lingard for England? 4 minutes till half time. It is still 1-0 to England. Trippier to Connor Cody. Can England create something here with Bukayo Saka? That'll be a throw into England on this far side. It's only a couple of minutes to go until half time. For an 80% possession England versus Andorra game, I was not expecting only a 1-0. I think that's disappointing. I shouldn't really complain because a win is a win no matter what. But I'd expect more goals than this. Henderson looking for Saka. He heads the ball while on the floor there, Saka. Andorra just about get it clear. Connor Cody. Well, he lost it, but won back instantly by Reece James on the right-hand side. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Chance for Bellingham. Bellingham in the box now. Now pushed out to the box. Cross in from Trent. Header away. Oh, it's really hacked away by Andorra. It's terrible. Henderson. England just keep the pressure going and going and going. Here's Trent again on the right-hand side. Trent, cross is deflected, will be a corner to England. We haven't had many corners. Loads of free kicks, but barely any corners today. In fact, that's our first corner of the afternoon. We've had, what, 12, 13 free kicks? We've had barely any corners. But this is a chance for a potential Mings or Connor Cody header. Maybe a Bamford. We've got a lot of tall players here. Bukayo Saka's also taller than I thought as well. Good corner into middle. Cody climbing, doesn't win it cleanly. And Andorra just about get it clear. That was a good corner. Connor Cody should have done a little bit more of that. Sam Johnson comes well off his line to distribute the ball short. Henderson. Bukayo Saka for England. Back to Henderson again. 2 minutes until injury time, still 1-0 to England. And just looking elsewhere, it's kind of been a bit flat. Can't wait to see you in a Dini shirt. Okay. We are going to finish 8th, right? We are going to finish 8th. Have faith. We've done it. Fam, we beat your side. What are you chatting? We beat Newcastle. If it was playing Kane, Sterling, Maguire would have been 5-0 minimum. My dad's bet 5-0 this game. He made a mistake. You never know. We could actually start scoring some goals. I wouldn't say it's a mistake just yet. I think potentially, the goals could come crashing down very soon. But right now, Andorra are very stubborn. George, Newcastle dog. And we looked okay against Brentford. I watched the last 2 games for Villa. Could have been better, but we haven't even had a proper team out. Obviously, people who don't support Villa may not notice that, but Leon Bailey we signed hasn't played. Emi Buendia has been in the wrong position for 2 of the games. Ollie Watkins has been injured for, the first 2 and came off the bench for the last 10 minutes. We haven't even had our proper side out, and we only lost 1 game, so I'm looking at it as a positive. my only issue is apparently now Emi Martinez and Buendia could be out for quite a while because of COVID restrictions, which is really irritating. Why on earth have we let them go to Argentina for it? I just don't quite understand. But there could be a 10-day isolation in Argentina and then a 2-week isolation in England. And we got Chelsea with Jed Steer in goal next. Konza's out injured. Tyron Mings is out. Well, he was out injured. He's back today, thankfully, for England. So he should be able to play for Villa. But he had a broken rib and missed the Brentford game. So we just, yeah. I don't know his name, but he either plays for West Ham or Aston Villa. He's a striker and English. He looked good against Leicester a few weeks ago. What, Michail Antonio? It's the only player I can think of who looked good against Leicester, and he's someone who's played as a striker and he's English. But he also, well, he wants to play for Jamaica, so he can't. I don't get. They're not really cool. If they play for like if he plays for Jamaican national team, he can't be referred as like an English striker anymore. But yeah, it's a shame because Michail Antonio, I think if he just waited a little bit, he'd be able to play for England. Genuinely. If he keeps up his goal scoring record, I think he could. I just think he wants to be a main player for a national team because he's getting on a bit. And Jamaica, with Leon Bailey, you know, Villa, can't mention it. They're building a decent attack, Jamaica. That's all I'm saying. Free kick for Andorra, 3 minutes added time have been given. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They've had a free kick, Andorra, and they give it straight back to England. Like, Tyra Mings and Connor Cody have had the easiest time of their life. This has literally been a kickabout with their mates in the park, except they're like the dad watching the kids. It's like they've done nothing. They've just sat on the halfway line. Another free kick to England has been given. Saka fouled this time, edge of the box, and a yellow card. They have hacked us to pieces in this game, just to stop our attacking players. Valish. Oh no, wait, is it Valish who's just fouled him this time? Oh no, it's the number 4, sorry, Rebes. The CDM of Andorra with the yellow card. Cynical foul. And this is shooting range. Trent Alexander-Arnold's picked up the ball, so I imagine he's going to have a go here. Trent or Trippier, I think. But, got to be on target, man. Has to be. This is literally the prime shooting position. Albania 0, Hungary 0 in the other game in our group right now. So a little bit crap, really, for those two. San Marino, Poland is going to kick off very, very soon. Germany, Armenia, the same. But it'll be a Trent Alexander-Arnold to take free kick for England. 20 seconds to go. You'd imagine this will be the final action of the first half. I think this is going well over. Trent, it's over the bar, and I don't think it even took a deflection. Oh dear. Oh, I called it. Dear. Terrible from Trent. That was awful. Absolutely awful. And that sums up the game, I think, for me. It really does. Bit crap. And we are literally just winning 1-0 against second bottom Andorra, who have only won one game. I know it's the second team. I know people will be like, oh, AJ, second team. But that is half time. Why am I clapping? We should have put these to the sword. The fact that we are one defensive mistake away from this being 1-1 makes me feel sick. We've dominated Andorra from minute 1 to minute 45. But what do we have to show for it other than a Lingard bundled left-footed shot? Because he didn't even hit it clean. The goal that we scored was a kind of a miss hit from Lingard into the bottom right corner. But that... oh dear. Also, I need to actually change these because these games are going to kick off at 7:45, so I might as well, because I think the stream's going to be over by that point. So we're going to show other games instead on the overlay. I don't really have the best games to choose from, if I'm going to be honest. Bulgaria, Lithuania, and Iceland, North Macedonia. In fact, I don't have a choice because these are the only two. So I know you guys are really interested with what is going on between Bulgaria and Lithuania. I know you can't wait to find out what's happening there. And at least Iceland, North Macedonia has it's got a bit more to it. It just feels like a typical Euros game. That Bellingham starting ahead of Grealish, pause champ. I mean, no, I can't even bring myself to it. At least Bellingham's a blue nose. I can't gas up a blue nose, man. At least he had the sense to leave, right? That's Mason Mount. All right, okay. So people say I have a Mason Mount agenda, right? And sometimes I say things because it's funny, because everyone knows that I say things about Mount. But realistically, he's not really good enough for England. I think he's an all right player. I think he will do. He might do well for Chelsea, but okay. Let's look at the England midfield, right? Is he better than Henderson? No. Is he better than Bellingham? I'd say Bellingham's much younger and I think has more potential. Is he better than Trent? No. And I can say Trent because he's been put in the midfield right now. Grealish? No. Calvin Phillips? No. Declan Rice? No. Like, it's just me being realistic. Calvin Phillips is brilliant. I love watching Calvin Phillips. I think his work rate is fantastic. Always wins the ball back. I just wish maybe he wouldn't shoot as often as he does from 35 yards. But he's pretty good. And Declan Rice was like the best player. Like 100% the best player on the field. What? How long ago was it? Oh, it was the last game, a couple of days ago. He was bloody brilliant. Jovi's. Oh, I think, to be fair, I know he's blue nose, but Bellingham is really good. I think he could really be a talented player. Bellingham and Rice, or Bellingham and Phillips, I think could be, a very well-known England midfield. Not a bad half. So Nigel Tube. I think it's been a bit mediocre. I think we've played well, but one goal. One goal is one goal. I can't be gassed at one goal at home against Andorra. Like, I'm really pushing myself to be gassed at a 1-0. We've had chances and we've missed them. Saka missed a sitter. Grealish coming to Man City is a clash as a City fan. Wait, Grealish coming to Man City is clash as a City fan. Are you a City fan? We need to hit the target more. Yeah, well, we need to control the ball in the final third. Bamford, his touch is terrible. Saka's decision making is questionable. Lingard is probably the only competent one out of the front three so far. Newcastle need to sign Job or Jude Bellingham. You probably couldn't even afford Job, never mind Jude. Everton's transfer window is very good in the end. Well, I did question Damari Gray when they got him, but they got him for $1 million, right? And he scored on his debut, I think. A decent goal. And he scored again the other day. So for $1.5 million, like, that's a bargain. Like, considering what you pay for, like, have we spent $25 million on Wesley? He got 5 goals for Villa. Yeah. Lingard and Saka, man of the match so far. Man of the match is Lingard. Yeah. Saka's done quite well, but it has to be Lingard. Lingard's literally the only one out of the front three who's actually really impressed me. Another ex-Blues loanee as well, Lingard. They're everywhere. Like a disease. Ex-Blues player, he's amazing, so gross. Now, because you're from the same area, right, as loads of Villa and Blues fans, George. Are you, like, do you prefer Blues over Villa? And don't just say that because I'm a Villa fan, just to wind me up. But do you actually prefer Blues over Villa or Villa over Blues? Or do you just not care? Because that's another kettle of fish altogether. You prefer Blues over Villa? That's cringe. Why though? I don't get it. Because, like, it's blue. Oh yeah, you dance on. I suppose. Yeah, dance. I remember you saying that. Yeah. But they're a nothing club, man. I've been invited onto a Villa versus Birmingham fan debate, right? What are we going to debate about? Like, they don't even play in the Premier League. fan debates are good, right? I've seen quite a few. You've got like Man United and Man City. That's a good fan debate, right? Liverpool, Everton. That's a somewhat good fan debate because Everton even beat Liverpool last year and they're both playing the Premier League, right? Rangers, Celtic, again, both playing the same division, both play at the top. Villa Blues, what is there to debate about? We beat them every time we play them. The last time they beat us was in 2000, other than the cup game in 2011. The last league game they beat us was 2004. I was 4 years old. I was 4 years old when they last beat us in a league game. They get slapped up every time we play them, including a 4-2 just a couple of years ago. Like, they are terrible. They have no money. They're not going to be Premier League anytime soon. They gas up a 30, what? How old is Deeney? 33? They gas up a 33-year-old player just because he's a blue nose, but he's finished. Like, they're a banter club. They are our banter club. West Brom are bigger than Blues. And West Brom are tiny. I don't get what the debate is going to be about. And I'm going to say this type of thing. I'm going to be real. Like, we have more trophies than them. We are currently a better team than them. We play in a higher division than them. We have better owners than them. We have a better academy than them. Literally the only thing they can say is they are the last of the two clubs to win a major trophy. That is it. That is literally it. Everything else we beat them on. And that is obviously going to get... I know that's going to get brought up. And I know... Well, they can't even mention Grealish because Bellingham went... And at least Grealish got Villa promoted. What has Bellingham done for Blues? Gabriel Bonlahor has scored as many goals at St Andrews in his career as a Villa player than Jude Bellingham ever did. That's all I've got to say. And they retired the shirt for Jude. Like... I can't wait for this fan debate because he's just going to be speechless the whole time or repeat the same points over and over again. I just... It is pointless. It is pointless. Lee Bowyer is going to get them from... Oh, get out of here. Get out of here. Blues are the owners of Birmingham. They have City in the net. Alright, here's an interesting fact for you. Right? When Birmingham City was founded, they were founded with the name of Small Heath Alliance, right? And because Aston Villa were the first side in Birmingham that was formed, they had to ask Villa permission to use the name because they were originally Small Heath. Now, if you have to ask another club, your rival club, to use a name, it's hardly your... you hardly represent the city. You're hardly the... this... big, massive Birmingham-only club if you have to ask the other team involved. It's that simple. They've only won 2 trophies in their whole history. They've won less than Wolves. Wolves have won nothing. They've won less than West Brom, and West Brom have won nothing. Like, the only club right now in the Midlands who is giving any other Midlands club... no, I'll put it this way. I'll re-say it. The only team in the Midlands right now that is really representing the Midlands at the top level is Leicester. That is it. Villa, arguably, but Leicester mainly, are the side around the top 6 who they won the league recently. They won the FA Cup last year. Leicester City, in modern history, are the pride of the Midlands. And because we haven't won a trophy since 1996, I can't really say Villa anymore. But I think we could be back to that. I'd say we're literally second under Leicester, but I can't deny what they've done. West Midlands. You're a wind-up merchant, you are, mate. West Brom the West Brom are, but they're still bigger than Blues. Birmingham City, more like burn my eyes out when I watch them City. Blues can't even fill their ground. Oh, another thing about Blues that I got to bring up. Their stadium. They were the only team in the 92, right? 92 teams in England who played professional football, right? In the top 4 leagues. The only team that had their stadium not be fit for a league game was St Andrews. How does it happen? Harrogate Town, Barrow, teams like Exeter City, they're fine. Their tiny grounds are fine. Blues, oh yeah, not up to standard. What is going on there? It's laughable. Season ticket holders at Blues that I know are having their tickets put in ballots. They've missed out on games that they were, they paid for. It is a mess. It is a complete mess. How you doing, Omar? What's up? The stand's falling apart. The new stand is off limits because the brick. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's the brickwork is falling apart. The club are falling apart. They're lucky they sold Jude Bellingham because they'd probably be close to bankruptcy right now. I don't want Blues to go out of business because if Blues go, the derby goes, right? And the Villa Blues derby, in my opinion, is one of the biggest derbies in England, right? It is vicious, ferocious. Grealish got his head punched the last time. Like, that went viral because obviously that doesn't happen. It is a big derby, and I don't want that to go. I want to experience that more because we usually win anyway. So, I'd like them to be right as long as we're doing well, right? As long as we're doing amazing, I wouldn't mind Blues in the Premier League because at least we'd have the second city derby in the Premier League with a full ground at St Andrews, with a full ground at Villa. Like, that's good. I don't care. As long as we're doing well, I don't want them to do better than us because I'll never hear the end of it. But I wouldn't want them in League One because the derby's dead then. You'll have years and years and years of people who've never experienced Villa Blues derby if they stay at this level. Because we're not going to go down anytime soon. And I can't see them getting promoted. The last time they looked anywhere near promotion was Gary Rowett and they sacked him. They're a meme. They are a meme club. They are. And I know I've talked about this. So I've gone on a long tangent, but this is what I mean. I can't wait to go on that fan debate. I will make sure I put it in my Discord. I'll put it in my community tab. I'll show you guys the link. It will probably be a live stream. It's not going to be on this channel. It will be on another one. It'll be a Villa versus Blues live fan debate. I can't wait for it because I can't lose. I literally cannot lose. I don't know what. If I was a Blue Nose, I wouldn't do it because what else? What can I say? Why would you buy a season ticket for Birmingham City? Well, you'd be wasting money. Blues pull a Barca. Sad one. You had a seat with your name on it. Oh dear. Oh dear. Blues are 8th. I mean, they've started well, but like I said, they've been in this position before with Gary Rowett. So don't hold your breath, mate. I can't see them being in the Premier League for a long time. Like, just to give you guys some perspective, when Birmingham City were relegated, right? Years later, Villa were also relegated. And we still came back up to the Premier League before them. We were relegated 5 years after they were, right? And we still came up. We still came up before they did. And they've only made one playoffs, to my knowledge anyway. They made the playoffs, I think, in their first year back. And they lost to Blackpool, I think. If I've remembered that, it's incredible. Because I think that's like 10 or 11. But I believe they lost 1-0 to Blackpool. And that was it. I think the other one was a 0-0 or something. Or a 2-2. Something like that. And they were out in the semi-final of the playoffs. Like, we went to 2 playoff finals. They haven't even been to 1 in the whole time they've been there. Me explaining to my future child why not to support Albion or Brub pulls up the stream. I don't even need to say anything more. Like, look. I don't want people to be glory hunters. We have kicked off the second half, by the way, and I will talk about the game a bit more. But I just wanted to say this. I want people to support, the place they're from. If you're from Smallheath in Birmingham, you probably should support Blues because it is your local. But, like, just if you're from Birmingham, support Villa, man. They're a local side and they're a massive side. Best of both worlds. Blues are tiny, and they play in the Championship. Chance for England to get a goal though. Bamford, oh dear. Patrick Bamford, left-footed, man. He's terrible. At least in this game, he's been absolutely terrible. Aston Villa, proper club, exactly. Yo, big up David Moyes, my goat. And he's a proper manager as well. Coventry, a dead club. I remember. I say I remember like I was there. But Villa relegated Coventry City. I think it's like 2001, 2002. And a Coventry fan put up a sign. You can look this on YouTube, whatever. And it said, "We'll be back." And they never have. Coventry have never been back in the Premier League since then. I think it was a Paul Merson goal. After we were 2-0 down to win that game 3-2. And we relegated them. They didn't even play in their own ground. Oh, oh dear. I remember the ground share of Blues. That was funny. But they should get Europa League very soon without a doubt. See, I'd say that, but then people laugh. I think we'll get 7th, which is the BTEC Europa competition. But I even said we might finish 8th, which is below it. And a Blues fan. He likes Blues. He's like a 2-team guy. He likes Blues, but also supports Chelsea. And he said he'd buy me a Blues shirt with Deeney on the back if Villa didn't finish 8th. I just can't see us not finishing top 8. We're doing well without our best players. Maybe I'm just biased, but yeah. It would hurt me. If Villa finished 10th and Blues got promoted, it would sting just a little bit. Long shot! Oh, it's off the bar from Lingard out of nowhere. It's either Lingard or Jude Bellingham just had a shot from distance there and it hit the crossbar. I need to see a replay of that. It's literally just a long shot out from distance. Caught me off guard completely. Smashes the crossbar. Nearly went into the top right corner. That would have been a very nice goal for England. The squad is really good. Mike Dean reads the game well. I hope Villa... Mike Dean... I hope Villa are in the top 7. Me too, mate. Me too. I think when we get our full team, we could actually sneak in there potentially. But we need to perform better than what we are doing. When Watkins was on the field for the last 10 minutes, we looked pretty good against Brentford, and hopefully Watkins and Ings will play together in a 4-4-2, and we'll score goals. That's what I'm hoping for. But Dean Smith, I'm scared that he's gonna get scared and play a 4-5-1 and put Watkins on the bench or Ings on the bench, and that just cannot work. You can't spend 30 million on both the players, both for 30 million, and you can't have one on the bench. Again, another cross is slightly overhit, and that will be a goal kick. How you doing, Dean? What's up, mate? How you doing, bro? What is good? You got a new account as well, I think. Imagine saying yes to a Birmingham City contract. I'd rather join a low league squad than that. Why is Troy Deeney at Brom? Because Troy Deeney is a blue nose. That's why. He's got a blues tattoo. Oh, apparently, was it a Reece James shot? Either way, it's a stunning shot from distance. Bamford trying to battle for England. Henderson. Oh, it's a good pass. Can England get another chance? Here's Jesse Lingard. Good block. Tries to curl it in the far corner. Reece James. Here's Trent. Back to James again. England have started the second half quite well, I will say. I think if I was offered a contract at Blues to play football, I'd still play. I just probably wouldn't celebrate if I scored. Like, it is a job at the end of the day. But yeah, I wouldn't care. Like, I wouldn't care about scoring or anything like that. It wouldn't mean anything to me. It'd just be, I'm doing my job. I wouldn't go taking my shirt off, kissing the badge and all that. I mean, Blues probably wouldn't be able to pay me after a while anyway because of their debt. But but yeah, it's same like if if you're a Chelsea fan and you played football and you were offered a contract with Arsenal, you played for Arsenal. Same thing. I'd say the only time that wouldn't work. No, that would work in every situation. Even like a Rangers Celtic, it'd still work. It's a job. You're getting paid stupid money for a job. That is quite fun. But football isn't. It is a job, but it also isn't, because you earn money through it. But it's like it's a DOS really, because you know, it's like the dream job really. You get paid to be fit, and you earn money than like way more money than doctors and stuff like that. It's just stupid, really. Good ball played to Bukayo Saka. Good chance for England to get a second. Saka, Bamford! Sliding in. Again, doesn't get a clean touch on the ball. And this has been a letdown once again for England. Patrick Bamford. How many times has he had now? It is Iceland 0, North Macedonia 2 as well in that game. I think a goal has just gone in there. All the others have been very boring 0-0s, or the game, even this one, fairly boring 1-0. But yeah, Dean retracted his comment, which I find quite funny. And for some reason, oh wait, George, your comment has also not appeared on my screen for some reason. But you said if Newcastle get relegated this season, I have to get a Sunderland shirt. He's done that for you then. He's done that for you. Go on, tell me. Some year 8 came to me, a Newcastle fan. Oh, wait, my chat isn't updating for some reason. There we go. I finally got it. Some year 8 came to be a Newcastle fan. Started going on about how Birmingham is a terrible place. Now Villa are terrible. I don't listen to him. Oh, David Moyes said he's top 7. Chelsea, Man United, Man City. So, sorry about this, guys, because my chat literally just stopped working for me. Which is why I've just not read these until now. Chelsea, Man United, Man City, West Ham, Liverpool, Villa, Leicester. West Ham top 4? That's interesting. Who's missing from them? No Spurs? I think got to include Spurs in top 7, personally. But I don't know how of them who would take out. I think it's either Villa or Spurs get top 7. Probably Spurs. North Macedonia, yep, they got a second goal. I covered that. It is 2-0 in their game. Every other game is dead. Is Reece James for England? George said, my Villa mates, because I said he has to get it. Yeah. I think it's fair. I mean, I don't know about Adam Johnson. I'd have said, like, who's a known goal scorer for Sunderland? I know Sunderland always used to beat Newcastle. I remember that. Could get, like, roll back the years, Asamoah Gyan or Seb Larsson. I'll look up goal scorers against Newcastle. You could buy one of those, because Johnson's just, yeah. Lingard, oh dear. The shooting today has been absolutely terrible. Sunderland versus Newcastle. As said. He's a well-known goal scorer. Man, you guys get battered. I don't know how you do this, but you guys lose so often against your rivals. I just find it funny. It's like a curse. No matter how bad Sunderland are, Newcastle always find a way to lose to them. You have to do COVID test every day. Oh, that's great. At least it helps keep you safe, but it's not fun at all, is it? I would not enjoy that. 55 minutes gone here. There's still 1-0 to England. Literally, other than the long shot that hit the crossbar, very little has happened in the second half. It was a Reece James shot that hit the crossbar. I originally thought it was. I said Lingard, and I said it could have been Bellingham, but apparently it's a Reece James, the right back, which very unexpected for someone to have a go from that range. But it was a decent shot. Trent, ooh, that's not clean. And Andorra have a chance. Oh, I say Andorra have a chance. They had literally 2 seconds on the ball because of a poor pass from Trent, and they lose it straight away. Neither side have made a sub as well. which I think is a bit surprising considering you can make loads. Is Rubio gave the ball. I need to have a look at SofaScore because these Andorra attacking players have been terrible. Like, they could pick players out of the crowd and they'd do more. They have been just nothing short of shocking. Like, every time they get the ball, they look scared. Offside again on Lingard. He's been offside about 4 times now. I'm getting up the SofaScore ratings. I need to see these. They're absolutely atrocious. Yeah, 6.2s across the board. Sanchez 6.3, Rubio 6.3, Vieira 6.4, Rebes 6.2, Clemente 6.4. It's just been flat. And then, to be fair, England 6.5 for Bamford. I can't even complain with that. Bamford's been terrible. Lingard 6.8, Saka 6. I think it's hard. They gave Saka a 6.6. I think that's a little bit harsh. I think he's done more than some players in this team, but maybe I could see it. Final score 2-0 England. Oh. Well, remember earlier when I said, oh, that 5-0 bet, it might not be too bad. I think it's it's time to admit that it's not going to be a 5-0. It should have been. This game definitely should have been a 5-0, but oh well. Trippier for England. Here's Bukayo Saka. Trent. Nice little a little fake there. He lets the ball go through his legs. Tries to get around a player. Saka again. Trent. It is a 5. Well, I thought it was a 5-3-2 according to Flash Score, but it is a 5-4-1. They have literally just playing one up front and sitting back. Saka. Good ball from Saka to left hand side. Trippier. Can he get a cross in? Lays it off to Reece James. He might have a go here. James to Henderson. Henderson to Trent. Trent's shot is deflected. And Tyrone Mings gets it back for England. It is rinse and repeat. Here we go again. What happened to stream the other day? What, on Twitch? I had something come up. I was going to stream on Twitch. I had to cancel it. And I was going to do the England game. The first one against Hungary. But by the time I thought about it, it was kind of too late. So here we are. And yeah, hopefully we'll get some more chances. If we only win this 1-0, that's a shambles. Trent, edge of the box for England. That's a good pass. Bellingham. Oh, what a ball towards the back post and no one went there. What a cross. Jude Bellingham, lovely ball in. And it's just, it's begging for a tap-in. Bamford, go for that, man. Come on. I want to see move. I feel like Ninja here because I'm saying I want to see movement and I'm not seeing movement. Bamford. Look, okay, people say I have a Mason Mount agenda. I'm making an agenda against Bamford now because he's been atrocious today. It's just not done anything good. He's like a stick man. He can do a couple headers here and there, but he's just not providing us anything. He scored 17 goals last year? How? Oh, speak of the devil, Mount is coming on with Grealish. Those will be, and Harry Kane. It may be a triple sub for England straight away. Oh, good, because Bamford has been terrible. You have an agenda against... I don't care about Leeds. I don't care. Leeds hate Villa, and some Villa hate Leeds, but I don't really care about Leeds. Like, I don't gas up Bielsa the way some people do. I think he's all right manager, but people really gag on Bielsa. I don't understand. Because they literally finished mid-table last year. And no one talks about Dean Smith that way. But it's because he's Argentinian and he plays like nice football. But, you know, it's a results-based business. He conceded a lot of goals. Like, he lost 6-2 against United last year and he's given praise. Like, he conceded 6 goals. It's mental. Henderson for England. Back to Connor. To be fair, Cody and Mings have done well. I mean, they've not had to do much, but they've done well. I probably could have done well there. If they bring those 3 on, then we have a chance. I think that they need to get going, though, with the goals. I think we're going to make the subs now. An hour has been played. And it will be a triple substitution for England. Come on. There we go. By Bamford, surely. Harry Kane's going to come on, so I imagine that has to be Bamford gone. Mason Mount, Grealish and Harry Kane will be the subs for England. I'm following Minimint after he spanned his Insta story with Leeds beating. Oh, Beating Newcastle. Oh. Jude Bellingham is going to come off. That's a surprise. Bellingham off for Mount. I wouldn't have done that. I would have took off Trent, actually. Because Trent, he's been playing in the midfield 3, but not amazingly in the midfield 3, I will say. George, he's a Leeds fan. Like, if they beat Villa, I'm sure they'd do the same. Reece James is coming off for Grealish. What the hell? Oh, I know what they're doing. So, a bit bizarre. So, James is coming off for Grealish. So they're going to put Trent at right back and Grealish in the midfield 3. Behind the front 3. That's what they're doing. But they've done it a bit weird. They're keeping Trent on and just dropping him back into right back. Alright, sure. Do you think Kane is going Man City? No, he's not. It's official, he's not. Harry Kane has said in a tweet saying he's not going. And you can't even put bets on it anymore because of his tweet. Good. It's great distribution from Kane. Bukayo Saka's through. Chance for England to get a 2-0. Saka's bottled it. Trent has missed a sitter. And he's offside anyway. Oh my days. The finishing. The England finishing once again. Once again. That was actually a really good ball forward. And Saka! He's well offside. What are you doing? He bottled the shot. Oh, Saka, man. Like, I really prefer not to speak. Because if I speak, I will be in big trouble. Because I want to back this kid because of what happened in the final. But he has been terrible. And he's bottled another one. He missed a sitter in the first half. And thankfully, he was offside there because he missed another one. 1-on-1 with the keeper and he missed it. And then Trent missed the rebound. But he's been awful. Bamford has been awful. Thankfully, he's gone off as well. Jude Bellingham was quite good. I wouldn't have took Bellingham off. He's played well today. Here's Trent. And that's a good ball from Trent on the left-hand side. Can there be a cross in? Is Jack Grealish for England? I was going to say for Villa, but my heart quivers. Is Mason Mount. Mount to Tyrone Mings. Good player. It's Jesse Lingard now. I'm glad he stayed on. Lingard, easily England's best player today, without a shadow of doubt. Free kick to England. Saka fouled again. And that'll be another yellow card. The third one of the afternoon for Andorra. Nothing has changed. Rubio with the... to be fair, Rubio has fouled like 4 times. About time he had a yellow. He's battered us. Free kick to England. I keep saying this, the set pieces are good, but every time I say it, they get worse. So I'm not going to say anything about England set pieces. And you got Henderson and Trippier on it. We got Harry Kane though. I've already gone past what I've said. We've got Kane. Harry Kane of headers. You never know. He hasn't touched the ball yet. His first touch of the ball could be a header into the back of the Andorra net. Trippier free kick. Oh, it's terrible. But it might be kept in. It is kept in play by Kane. Here's Jack Grealish, very deep for England. Grealish, I think his pass was intercepted, and Sam Johnson comes off his goal. Here's Trippier. Andorra have their whole team back, even though they are losing this game. Don't forget, they have literally their whole team in defence. Like they can go for this. They're just scared to. It's 1-0. 1 goal. They get a point from this game, which is probably like a record point. Ball played again towards Saka. Good goalkeeping from Gomez for Andorra. This is a little bit of a shambles if we only win this 1-0. I know people will say, oh, it's a second team, AJ. Oh, it's a win, AJ. It's 5 wins in 5. But it's Andorra, man. Foden's injured, apparently. That's what I've heard. The other games, what are the scores? It is still my days. It has been an absolutely terrible day of football so far. Bulgaria 0, Lithuania 0, and Albania 0, Hungary 0 in our group. And nothing has changed. Iceland 0, North Macedonia 2 in the other game. It has been a very crap day of football, I will say. Southgate is still scared on playing phone because he thinks he's on a yellow still. We never got to see Phil Foden alongside Jack Grealish, which is a bit of a shame, I will say. because they could have produced a little bit of magic. They had a couple minutes, right? But Southgate liked taking one off of the other. It's like he doesn't like players who have a bit of flair. He doesn't like more than one flair player on the pitch. I always found it weird with Gareth Southgate. I just realised this whole time I've had a chroma key filter on, which has affected my Emmy Martinez calendar, and I've just noticed. I just literally noticed it now. Yeah, he drives me insane, Southgate. He really does, and I'm not allowed to question Southgate because whenever I do, people will be like, "Oh, he got us to a semi-final and a final, AJ, so he can't be too bad." But then I'm like, he bottles finals, he bottles semis. It's the reason why we don't win anything. It is what it is. It is what it is. And what it is still England 1, Andorra 0. In terms of statistics, by the way, for this game, it has been as one-sided as you could imagine. 84% of the ball for England. But the main statistic of all of this is one shot on target at home after 70 minutes against Andorra. That is pitiful. There might be a chance to Grealish on the corner flag. 2 players on him. And, well, Grealish has actually gone all the way from the corner flag and has got tackled. Super Jack, super. He's gone all the way. Great progression there, Jack. From the corner flag, halfway down towards the halfway line. Nice one, Jack. You really helped the you really helped the attacking phase there with that. Don't feel Foden and Grealish both play for City, so they should have good chemistry. It's not like FIFA. Oh. It is technically a perfect link now, though, isn't it? Both City, both English. Oh dear. I just want a shot on target. This is the the levels that we've gone to now. I just want an England shot on target because we've had one. Like, people will meme this. I'm telling you now, it will be memed. England 1 shot on target at home to Andorra. Southgate ball. Southgate ball is mad. Expected goals. I'll look at the Twitter for expected goals because it can't be high. And it will be full of Southgate ball with like ice cold emoji. I need to see this. If you haven't followed the expected goal people, it is worth it because they are an absolute elite account. XG. The comments on it are funny. They're called the XG Philosophy. 200k followers on Twitter. Oh, wait, are they not posted? What's going on? They haven't posted in a couple of days. They usually post every game. They like posted Hungary versus England. What's their last post? Literally that game 3 days ago. They've not posted anything since. I feel like their account is frozen or something. I was just about to gas them up and literally not made a post. Don't feel wait, no, I read that before. Mark Garbage said he thinks Ronaldo will be on the bench against the Toon. I mean, possibly. He's 35, 36, and he's only just signed, so I don't know if he has the fitness to start the first game against Newcastle, but well, I feel sorry for Steve Bruce, you know. How on earth does he plan tactically against Cristiano Ronaldo? Like, he doesn't even know what tactics are. But then he's against Ronaldo. Jack Grealish for England. To Mason Mount. Back to Grealish. Grealish. Back to Mount again. Mason Mount. Dancing. Penalty surely. Given. Penalty to England. We are officially Pengland. We are relying on penalties. Mason Mount and Grealish combining. Really good, actually. Unless Mount is going to be given offside here. Oh, he's gone down under nothing. I mean, he gets a push, I suppose. It's very little, but it is a penalty to England. We are relying on penalties. we are. I'm living in a simulation. We are relying on penalties to beat Andorra at Wembley, and it'll be Harry Kane. I don't think Kane has barely touched the ball since coming on, but he has the chance to give England a 2-goal lead at home to Andorra and pretty much book our place in the World Cup next year. People go on about Ronaldo and Messi being too old, but I mean, they're still really good, yeah? The check is complete. I think it's a little bit soft, but nothing. I don't think it's too much to overrule the referee's decision. Oh, well, the referee has stopped Kane from taking it because the goalkeeper at Andorra has done something against the referee. His liking, as he came off his line. What did he do wrong? He stopped Kane taking it then. I have a feeling he might miss. Imagine. It would just sum the day up, wouldn't it? It would sum this terrible game up if Harry Kane misses. Because I have a feeling. I called Trent's one. I've said he put it over. I think Kane might miss. Kane scores 2-0. Competent penalty from Harry Kane. Pretty much the same place he placed it against Donnarumma in the shootout. Bottom left corner. You can rely on him from the spot, to be fair. And we have finally scored a second goal. England 2, Andorra 0. And that will mean 5 out of 5 wins for England in the World Cup qualifiers. Great penalty. Parry Payne from the spot. What else can I say? England. Do I feel for Andorra? I was gonna say things like, oh, Andorra played well, Andorra done this, but Andorra have been terrible. Like, on another day, a good England side puts these to the sword and we win 5 or 6-0. It's not been because of Andorra that we haven't. It's because we can't shoot. Andorra, are they going to get a chance? Of course not. They finally got the ball in England's final third, and it was won back by Jordan Henderson. But they do get a throw in though. They actually get a throw. This is the furthest Andorra have come up from England's half, and their only shot in the game was from the halfway line, which we covered on the channel as well. It was a free kick, and it was hoofed all the way up to Jordan Pickford, I think just to Stat Farm. Because they've created nothing since. They've made one sub as well. Sanchez came off for Betrio. It's going to be a long throw. We're going to see long throws. Oh my god, this is like West Brom type team, this is. If West Brom were a national team. This is unreal. Garcia is going to come on. The number 19 Betrio came off Sanchez, and now Garcia is coming on for the booked Rubio in midfield. Can Andorra score? It's their first long throw they're going to get. It's the first chance they've even come into our half here. And not our half, they're our final third. Because they've literally done nothing. In the whole second half, they've had 10% of the ball. No shots, on or off target. 4 free kicks, 5 throw-ins, 4 fouls. And that's been it. Nothing else. 24 passes. Only 6 completed passes. Like, this is a shambles. Long throw. From the right into middle. And Harry Kane heads it away. Oh dear, that was a terrible long throw. It didn't even beat Harry Kane. The closest person in. They're running out of ideas. I honestly could have set up Andorra as good as the manager. I have no idea how good any of these players are. Another long throw, and that's a little bit better. But Tyrone Mings this time gets ahead to it. And Jack Grealish will keep the ball for England by his own corner flag. And clear it down the pitch. Oh, we're giving it away to them. And we got a goal kick. See, that's the difference between us and Andorra. When we clear the ball to them, they just hoof it straight back at us. We did what they've been doing all game. We panic clearance, give it straight back to them. And instead, they hoof it. And it was the centre-back, the number 20, Lovera, just smacking it forward for no reason. Trent Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's giving it away, though. Here's Vieira. And Vieira has got a free kick for Andorra. They're getting something. This is actually good for Andorra. The first time they've actually done anything of any note at all in this game. Still with their singular shot and goal. Guys, you might as well have a go. I know this is far, right? This is very far for the number 21. Is he the substitute? Oh, this would be a mad story. Garcia has just come on. This will be his first touch of the ball. You have a go, son. Like, hoof it towards that goal. You never know what you might score. Free kick comes in towards the far post, slightly overhit. It's kept in play on the far side. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was terrible. That was terrible. And it's given straight back to England. And then Jack Grealish has just toe poked it out for a throw-in. I've got nothing to say. It's been awful. This has just been just a shambles of a show for both teams. No one can be proud. People paid money for this at Wembley. That's all I'm going to say. Long throw taken again. Won back by Connor Cody. Bukayo Saka battling. He's won well here. Here's Saka. He's giving it away. He's trying to flick it towards Harry Kane. England get it back with Connor Cody though. See, Andorra don't know how to keep the ball. They get it and they panic and they hoof. That's all they do. Get the ball, smack it forward. Get the ball, smack it forward. Hope for the best. Trippier. Now that's a good ball to Grealish. And Grealish gets a throw in for England on the left-hand side. They'll throw it to the halfway line. Connor Cody back to Tyrone Mings. It is still England 2, Andorra 0 with 13 minutes to go. Cody to Mason Mount. Mount back to Cody. I just want to see something happen for the last couple of minutes because it's been absolutely terrible. This game has just been terrible. In terms of other games as well, it is... Well, we've had a goal. It is Iceland 1, North Macedonia 2. So that's something. But the other games have been goalless. Saka. That's a good ball to Lingard. Edge of the box for England. Lingard! Goal! 3-0 to England. Jesse Lingard with his second goal. Really good finish. Really, really good crisp finish from Lingard. And that sums it up for me. Easily the best player today. Very confident despite not playing much for Man United. Despite not really being talked about for England. But he has scored 2 goals today. So I can't really criticise him. My man of the match 100%. And we've had a goal as well. Bulgaria 1. Lithuania 0. That's just gone in. But a really good finish from Lingard. Right-footed. With the inside of his right foot. Keeper gets a hand to it. Could only push it on the side netting. But it's a really good strike actually from Lingard. It's more placement than power. But it is enough to, well, guarantee England get a win today. And you never know. The people who put on a 5-0 bet, it's not far away now. We can get some momentum going here. You never know. The first goal was Lingard himself and Kane's penalty, and Lingard again just picking the ball up himself. No assists in any of the 3. Tyrone Mings goes long, 1 back. We get it back though with Henderson. This is what I mean. We might get some momentum here. Harry Kane. Not great from Kane. I thought he was actually finally going to get some attacking momentum, potentially score a couple more goals. But it wasn't to be, and a free kick has actually gone to Andorra on the halfway line here with the Connor Cody foul. What's the point giving a foul away? They don't do anything with it anyway. As things stand in our group, we are still flying high, top of the group. 16 goals, 1 conceded. Hungary will go second above Poland. Poland do have a game to play and they play San Marino, so that's pretty much a guaranteed win. So if we just predict what's going to happen, Poland to beat San Marino, and we will be 5 points clear of second with 5 games to go. Now that is pretty much guaranteed, like as you can get for qualification for the World Cup. Obviously we could collapse, we could crumble completely, but come on, man. It will mean that we've beaten all 5 teams in our group. That's a great long throw to Grealish. And Jack Grealish can give some pace here for England down the left-hand side. 10 minutes to go. Still 3-0. Grealish cross. Kane, surely. Oh, Kane has missed a sitter. But he's off. Is he offside? They were shouting for offside Andorra. And I think it may have been given. But what an absolute sitter for Kane. Well, he might have actually been onside. But Kane has missed a 2-yard tapping. You gonna do the England game Wednesday as well? Potentially. I'll have a think about it. Oh, Kane's shot came off his shin, which is probably why he put it so wide. What a sitter from Kane! I can't even. It's funny to laugh about it. I don't know how he's missed. It is terrible. £150 million striker, by the way. That is all I'm going to say. Header forward from Mings. Looking for Grealish. Good clearance. Andorra actually get a throw in. Trippier claiming for a foul not given. 9 minutes to go, still 3-0 to England. And I'm hoping out that we get a 5-0 just for your bet. 150 million for that, yeah, I know. Andorra set to make 2 changes, and a really big lad is going to come on as well. A centre back, yeah, number 6. So I imagine that's going to be a centre half to come on. Real stocky, bald bloke. The crowd seem to be in a good mood. I don't know how, because it's been a terrible game of football. I think we've had 3 shots on target and scored 3 goals. And we have. So I'm going to say Bukayo Saka has been awarded the assist against Jesse Lingard. Andorra have a free kick just inside England's half now. The subs ring, to be fair, I know we've scored 2 goals since the subs, but they've not really helped, to be fair. Mount won a penalty, that's about it. We've had a goal. Iceland 2, North Macedonia 2. They were 2-0 down in that game. That's a good comeback for Iceland. All the goals for them have been in the second half. It's a great response for them. See, I've got to give them credit. And it's still goalless. Still goalless between Albania and Hungary. I really thought Hungary would have won that. I thought they'd have bounced back. They had a good run. Before they met us, they lost 4-0 and suddenly all their magic is gone. Jack Grealish for England. Nice drag back, actually. Here's Henderson. Henderson back heel. Trippier. He's lost it. And this might be a rare chance for Andorra. Oh, really good defending from Mings. Well, he's claiming a penalty. And I'm sure if there was anything in that, it would be looked by VAR. But surely, if we conceded a penalty to Andorra, that'd be an absolute shambles. They have helped because the other striker before probably would have missed that penalty that came to... Oh yeah, Bamford would have missed. Bamford had an awful game. And I hope people will be talking about that later. I know it's Andorra. I know it's his first start. But there are standards for England. And Bamford was terrible. He was absolutely terrible today. Like, Watkins would have done better. Calvert-Lewin would have done better. Jack Grealish. That's a good ball to Mount in the box. Mount... scooping cross towards Saka. I think that has gone out for a corner. Took a deflection. Chance for England to get a 4th, maybe even 5th goal here. All the people who put bets on for high goals. Yeah, you're really begging for it now. Mason Mount will take the corner for England. He's got Lingard short as well, which he might use. We have gone short. Here's Grealish. Grealish to Lingard. Lingard's cross into the back post. Kane was arriving, but good defending by the right wing back of Andorra. Here's Bukayo Saka. Saka to Kane. Harry Kane. Crossing, deflected, corner again. It's good movement, Harry Kane. He's been criticised for being slow and sluggish, but that was good, that was sharp. And my eye is itching like hell. England take it short again with Trent. It's taken quickly. Lingard, header, 4-0 to England. Corner taken quickly by Trent Alexander-Arnold. And it actually worked. It's not the first time he's done it, and it won't be the last. Lovely short corner by Trent. Ball played into the middle to Saka. And my eye, can it stop stinging, please? Oh my days. It is 4-0 to England. Saka, very nice to see him score. Chips, you were close. You were close. I can't believe... we've scored another corner taken quickly, gone. That was nice. Nice ball in from Lingard. What a game he's had. Lingard's cross to into the middle to Saka. And this keeper for Andorra has been terrible. You could have told me, like, they've got someone from Andorra, gave him gloves, who'd never played football, and said, here you go, mate. Because that is awful. Doesn't cover his near post, doesn't cover his far post, doesn't go out to the ball. It's awful. Absolutely awful. One more goal. Happy birthday, Saka. And the subs for Andorra have been waiting ages to come on, and they finally get to it. It's finally a respectable scoreline now for England. And with 5 minutes to go, it is England 4, Andorra 0. What an absolute horrible display it's been for Andorra second half. It has been pretty damn terrible. The goalkeeper, I'm going to look up SofaScore for this because their keeper has had an absolute shocker of a game. Guys, if you haven't liked the video, please do. We've got 11 likes on the on this video right now. It is a bit of a push, but if we could potentially get it up to 15, that'd be pretty damn cool. Helps promote the video to anyone who wants to see it in the future as well. But yeah, with a few minutes to go, we could actually win this 5-0. I never would have thought that, especially with 1-0 to go. Tyrone Mings' yellow card will mean he will miss the next game, but I imagine he probably wouldn't have played it anyway. And England are going to take the short with Pickford, with Sam Johnson, who will probably keep a clean sheet as well, which is nice to see. Lingard, he does give it away, but England get a throw in anyway on this right-hand side. Sofa score, need to see that their keeper literally hasn't made a save in a 4-0 game. I prefer not to speak. He's been shocking. 5.3, that's all I need to say. Their keeper's on a 5.3. Not a single save has been made. Not one. And one of the goals has been contributed to his error, which I think was the last one. It's just terrible goalkeeping. Absolutely terrible. He just needs to do something there. He's just let Saka head. I don't think Saka's ever scored a headed goal in his life. And it's easier for him. Free kick to England has been given. Henderson fouled on the halfway line. Another yellow card has been dished out to Andorra. And it's Kutchu, the substitute, rather, for Andorra. They've had loads of yellows, so it's not like it will affect them at all. How many? They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow cards today. Bloody hell. 5 yellows. A little bit over the top. Kicked us to pieces. Here's Tyrone Mings for England. Just a couple minutes to go. It is finally a goal. Albania 1, Hungary 0. Now that is a scoreline. That pretty much, like I keep saying, it pretty much guarantees qualification. Well, Hungary were the team second, so Albania have now gone second. What a shambles. Here's Trent in, Lingard, nearly 5-0, took a deflection on its way through, and it looked like it was going to be a 5th England goal. And Garcia sticks out a leg to deflect it wide for Andorra. Lovely ball, lovely feet from Trent. And Lingard, you know what? That probably should have been his hat-trick. He's kind of hit it at the defender rather than the defender stuck a leg out. But it will be Albania going to second, Hungary go 4th. But England have a chance to the Trent corner. This one, take it into the middle. Only half cleared. Saka. It's a good takedown, actually. Saka to Trent. Here's Lingard back to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Scoop pass looking for Mason Mount. He's been bullied off the ball though. Andorra clear their lines, only for England to get it back with Trippier. Trippier to Kane. Kane edge of the box for England. Harry Kane! Oh, what a save! Kane nearly getting a 5th goal. I can't believe Gomez has saved it. I said this keeper hasn't made a single save today. And if that is going to be his one and only one, it is pretty damn good. Lovely finesse shot from Kane. Oh, that's a great one-handed save. That is a superb one-handed save from the keeper, Gomez. Oh, that's a wonderful save. Kane's picked out the top corner there. Will be a Trent corner. Right-footed. Oh, Tyrone Mings with the header. Just over the bar. And we are really hunting this 5th England goal. I don't know how Kane didn't score. That's probably one of the best shots today. From Harry Kane. Wonderful. And it's such a shame, really. It's gone... It was, sorry, not gone over. It's a shame it was saved by the keeper, Gomez. 3 minutes added time shown. England 4, Andorra 0. And I have enjoyed this live stream, guys. It has been fun. And our next game, I think, is it Poland? That's our next and final of the 3. Yeah, England versus Poland I'll probably do on the live stream as well. And that one I hope will be more entertaining, because Andorra have literally offered us nothing. It's like I've watched a training game, really. Still Albania 1, Hungary 0, Bulgaria 1, Lithuania 0, and Iceland 2, North Macedonia 2. I need to see the stats, because Andorra have less and less possession every time I look. 17% of the ball. Their only shot on goal was in the first half from the halfway line. England's 4 shots on target. We've had 4 shots on target and scored 4 goals. I think it should have been 5 though, because Harry Kane had a shot saved. So unless one of the 4 wasn't on target, but I think it was. I'm very confused by that. Unless it hit one of them hit the post, that technically doesn't count as on target. But yeah, a minute and a half to go, and it will be a throw in to Andorra. Shame for people who bet on a 5-0, sorry, because it doesn't look likely. Oh, Tyrone Mings got nutmegged there, but Lingard wins it back. I can now hear white noise. Okay. Here's Jack Grealish. Jesse Lingard. Oh, Lingard's fouled there. Free kick to England. Lingard has been fouled so many times today. So many times. Cynical foul as well. That's quite high as well. That should have been a yellow card, I think. Very high challenge. Caught Lingard. Yeah, it is a yellow. Good. Deserved yellow card for Rubio. And it's not the first foul he's done today as well. Way more fouls than shots, I'll put it that way. Trippier to Jack Grealish. 40 seconds to go here. Still 4-0. Lingard. Edge of the box. Now in the box for England. Cross deflected. Again, it's a bit of a hash clearance. Here's Trent. 35 yards out from goal. Goes forward towards Bukayo Saka. Into the hands of keeper. And I imagine that will be the final action of the first half. I am probably going to do a live stream. You know what? I'll put it in stone. I will do the live stream for England versus Poland on Wednesday if you guys want to check that out. I will be live. Cody heads forward but only gives it away to Andorra. 10 seconds to go. Lad, you might as well have a shot. You've had no shots on target for Andorra, so this will probably be their last chance to do so. And that's a heavy pass, and that should be full time at Wembley. He's gone out for a goal kick. Surely not enough time for Sam Johnson to take this. We are over the 3 minutes given. England 4, Andorra 0. 4-0's not bad. That is full time at Wembley. You know what? At half time I said it was meh. At full time I'm a little bit better. We've managed to score the goals. I've really enjoyed the stream, guys. It has been fun. I do appreciate that as well, Kieran. At times not the most entertaining of games, I will say. A bit back and forward, side to side. Not too many shots on goal, which was a little bit of a disappointment. But Bukayo Saka, even though having a fairly poor game, still kept going. Got his goal eventually, which was nice to see after his disappointment. Missing a penalty. I'm glad to see, you know, he's got a smile at this ground in the very next game, which is good. Jesse Lingard played out his skin really good today. Well, even at half time, I said it was meh, but Lingard played really well from minute 1. Glad to see him included in the squad, even though it's more of a beast, you know, a B string team, but he still played really, really well, and he puts himself in contention for the actual first team. So very good. And Trent in a midfield 3 looks okay as well. But guys, I hope you have enjoyed the live stream. Please like the video if you can. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. I will be live for England versus Poland on Wednesday, so make sure to check that out. Thank you all for watching. See you all again soon. Peace out, guys.